We're going to start off with the rebuild here. I know people have been pinging me. They wanted to hear this thing run. Well, we needed a few more things, some trans lines, and stuff that you need to actually to work on a lift and do to do professionally. Now, I could have crawled underneath it, but at my age, I said, fuck it. Stuff like this, lines, I had to construct my own cooler lines. So I went to the junkyard and got a cooler lines. I think it was on some kind of Toyota, like an SUV, and it ran across the whole front. And I figured, boy, that would fit perfect into my project here for this truck. Because I try to save people money, that you can go to the salvage yard, and there are some good parts and good things. I got hose that I need. The hose is kinked, this 3/4 hose. I don't know if you guys can see that down in there, but that's a piece of garbage. I got to redo that. So I got a hose here. I think it's over here on the bench. I might have took it inside, but I got a piece off that Toyota that'll fit. Sorry about that. You can see how prepared I am. And then I wanted to warn you guys as far as other things here for the winter. When you get these trucks ready, I started smelling a little bit of antifreeze, so I'm going to pull this cover off. The Silverados, they have a propensity for the radiators to rot out down here in the bottom along the frame, because a lot of water and slush and stuff collects there in the winter. I wanted to warn you guys about these snorkels and scoops, not even just the aftermarket, but the factory stuff for the winter. When you're getting ghost codes and you're getting one code after another, usually that's a sign of a weak battery to replace your battery. I use the heavy duty Napa type. I'm going to wipe her out today underneath the hood. She got pretty dirty, and I have a new belt to put on her. But anyway, those are the things that you encounter, is to make sure these clamps, and you go to an industrial supply. That's what these are. They're real heavy ones. Here's the last cheesy one. It's sitting in on my workbench, because that's why I wanted to warn you guys. This actually fell off the other day, so I'm going to put one of the new ones on. But those are things that can cause all kinds of havoc, and you're going to get $500-600 garage bills, when if you just would have looked at things a little more thoroughly for the winter before you took it to the garage and they socked it to you. Learn that those are some things that throw ghost codes. They drive you nuts. You just fixed one sensor and the light's on again, and you're like, Jesus, hey, it happens. So I'm going to start this up. Everybody wanted to hear it. It disappeared. They're like, what the hell's going on? And then I wanted to talk about Chris. Chris, thanks. I gave a young guy the inspiration, grew up without a father, to tear his truck apart and actually fix it. Now remember, those are Brodix Stage 1 heads on there. And I have not run this truck out on the street yet, so that little bit of clicking in there, that's the rockers. I got to take this thing for a real hard run, and they'll stay pumped up. They lose a little bit of shape. But it runs, and it runs real smooth. You can set a wine glass on that motor. It's got that little bit of a lope. That's a pulling cam that I put in it. One that just won't pull with the TDI in the computer setup. So that is going to conclude my video, and I got everything working on this pooch. It really works good, and I'm going to take it for its first drive today. I'm going to really throttle her and see what I can get out of her. Had it on the dyno meter. I'm pushing 400 horse almost flat, and then we don't have the performance exhaust or headers on it yet. And that's your idler there and the air conditioning. But other than that, it runs real smooth. It runs real nice. So I'm going to road test it. And Chris, thank you for the compliment. People tear it apart, fix it. Fix it right. It's too expensive not to. And like I said, replace your battery for the winter if you're unsure of it, or you're getting those ghost codes and the check engine light keeps popping on. A lot of times that's just the battery. There she goes. She's idling down. I'm going to take her out on the road and get those lifters pumped up. We ran her for about 15-20 minutes after we set the timing on the dyno meter, and I still might fool with the timing and advance it a little bit. We'll see what we get. Thanks.